Welcome to the Jim and John Show and another night of awesome high school basketball. Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings taking on the Lomira Lions. Winnebago is hot right now, winning 4 straight and only losing 3 in conference, and that's only in the last seconds each game. Lomira is a young team that is starting to roar like a lion, tied with Amro for 4th place in the Flyweight Conference. Can the Lions speak tonight, or will the mighty Vikings kill their dreams? Stay tuned, we got another great matchup. Today's broadcast is copyrighted, protected by the Jim and John Show, but we want our WLA families to share it. The opinions expressed during the Jim and John Show are ours, and not WLA or any other affiliates of WLA. So, go ahead and enjoy today's broadcast. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and get the notifications of upcoming games. See the link below to find how and what it means to subscribe to the Jim and John Show. Well, good evening, everyone. Here we are at WLA taking on Laconia. It is senior night for WLA, so we're going to have our 5 seniors starting tonight. Welcome to the Jim and John Show. We got a special surprise for us tonight, Jim. Big Caleb sneaks in from Minnesota, hey there, before the big snowstorm tonight. We're supposed to be getting somewhere, maybe anywhere from 2 to 6 in this area and 12 inches in the north. Here we go. We got Schmitz and Schrader and O'Connor, Wright, and Josh Thiesfeld starting for WLA. And the opening tip, and Schmitz. And he grabs control for an easy first bucket. Josh Thiesfeld with an easy layup to start off the game. Jim, that's how we like the seniors to start out.
Final home game here, John, for this group of 5.
Yeah, a lot of these kids have been playing together 10 years through junior Vikes. 10 years, that's a long time to be playing together. Lots of basketball.
You know, we talk about it every year. The kids, when they start their senior year, you know, it's you just don't think it's going to end, and all of a sudden, here it is. It's the end.
Yeah, it goes quick, Jim. Especially as you get older, you realize how 4 years can go extremely quick. Zachariah Wright bringing up the ball. Thiesfeld bringing it inside. Gets fouled, but no call. Out of bounds. Lomira with the ball. These guys don't get a lot of chance to play together as a starting unit this year, Jim. They usually come off the bench. So they're getting a little time to work together as a team. Tonight's a good night to do it.
You know, Lomira's definitely an up-and-comer in the flyway. A lot of youth, but they're playing well. Right now they're tied for 4th in the league at 5 and 6 with Amro.
Yeah, I saw that. In fact, Jim, if I am correct, they really have 1 senior on their team. Everybody else is pretty young.
Yep.
Zach Wright. Oh, I would have liked to seen him shoot that. He creates a turnover by traveling. I would like to see him take that. He's the best shot on the team, Jim, percentage-wise, from the outside. Myra bringing up the ball, 2-0 early in the first half. Jim, I think Lomira would like to steal this from WLA, and WLA is like, no, we're not going to let you.
Well, I don't know what it is, but it always seems like when the Lomira teams came up here, it's like their biggest game of the year, you know.
Yeah, this is a big game. This is a big game for them, Jim.
Now, with WLA dropping down to Division 4, here we go, nice little fast break. They won't see Lomira in the playoffs next week because Lomira is...
Boy, Schrader had enough time to eye that baby up.
Right.
Got a good shot, took his time. Nothing wrong with that.
Wow, they sure throw it up in a hurry, don't they?
Yeah, they got that off fast. I think John O'Connor did a little pushing underneath. At least he got called.
Kind of an interesting night for John, being a Lomira resident. You know, he knows all these kids really well. Kind of a special night for John. Here we go on the break.
Turnover. Oh, there's a nice move by Zach. Can he finish? Schmitz tries to pick up the rebound and Unfortunately, it's still 2-0. Can't put one in. Driving into the lane, Lomira trying a little bit of testing to see if that paint is going to be open.
You know, right now,
a little bit of we don't know who has who type of thing.
Yeah.
On defense.
Yeah. And right now, you can't see it, but WLA will have the decided height advantage here when they start rotating their starters back in, because Lomira's biggest kid, I think, is 6'3". So that'll play out here.
Yeah, and if he's 6'3", that's because his hair is curly, Jim, because it doesn't look an inch over 6'1" to me. Can you hear yourself okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
They shoot two, and they get them both, Jim. A little bit of full court man-to-man press from Lomira. Schrader bringing the ball around. Gets the Zach. Comes back around. John O'Connor wide open. Look down that, a boy, John. See what's going on. Almost a double dribble. Well, they don't turn the ball over, Jim. They keep possession of it. Zach Wright says, hey, let's spread this out and run something. And what do we see Laconia in here?
Lomira's definitely, it's man-to-man, but what
Lomira,
they're doing is the full denial, and they're not allowing the ball reversal, so their weak side guys are in the lane helping. They're doing a nice job of that. Really overplaying and forcing the ball to one side of the floor.
Yeah, and I think that's like WLA's third turnover already. I think both teams have turned it over 3 times each. So score is 2-2 here with about just under 15 minutes in the first half. Jim, I don't know what Laconia is running for an offense. What are they running? A high side pick? There's another turnover. Josh Seesfeld all alone. And right at the end, a good piece of defense. Huh, Jim?
Like to see him take that up a little stronger. He switched it to his right hand and went up with one hand. If you go up with 2 hands there, that's an automatic foul.
Yeah, Josh is usually so tough. He usually gets the foul doing something like that. But John O'Connor. Boy, Jim, I don't know. Those are awfully close. I mean, when you start with your pivot foot coming forward like that, I'm never sure the referees necessarily watch the feet always. They just see that fast takeoff and they call it. Nice getting it down inside. Nice defense by John O'Connor. But Johnson gets the ball up and in to give Lomira the first lead of the night, 4-2. Yeah, Jim, it's an interesting defense. Whoa! Hey! That is a soccer move if I ever saw one from a defensive player.
You know, that was the Green Lake Flash right there, my friends. Zach Schrader with a beautiful finish.
That was pretty amazing, Jim. And a block by Schmitz takes it away for another turnover. 5 turnovers already for Lomira. And he saves the ball, but it's WLA's ball. Schmitz says, hey, I got it. I'll bring it up the court. Zach Wright, I'd like to see him take an outside shot. He's set up, ready to do it. They're playing him tight, though. There's a nice play by Schmitz, knowing that he didn't have his feet set, runs right into him, and, of course, it's a foul on Lomira. It's a good call.
Yep, got to call that.
Here comes the first team in, the Twin Towers with Herkstroder. Give our seniors a big hand. And the crowd is, Jim. That's good to see. 4-4 tie, and now the starting crew comes in. So it was fun to see the seniors come out. Last game of the regular season for our seniors. Lots of commitment, Jim, isn't there, playing?
Yeah, you know.
And he's fouled.
Right away they go into the big fella as soon as Noah gets in there. But, you know, those seniors, it doesn't matter, playing time, what have you. They've given this program a lot over the last 4 years. A lot to be proud of.
Lots of practices. There. Ball was tipped when it went in to Keel, and he couldn't get quite a square hand on it. Got a shot off quick, but it didn't go in. Lomira moving the ball around very well right now. Oh, there's a trap. Jim, now that was the same thing on the other side.
It's dribble drive, John. It's dribble and kick, dribble and kick. Every once in a while, they'll cut that weak side guy off a back pick. Yep. A lot of movement, a lot of cutting.
That's one thing I always like is a lot of movement. I always say that. Don't let your defensive players be able to just stand. Long shot, long rebound, and Kiel picks it up. We have watched Alex Kiel really develop over the season. I mean, he started off, he was really a rough piece of dough, and, he's almost a gingerbread man now.
Yeah, he has. We've seen his outside game develop. He's gotten a little bit tougher underneath. He's still got some work to do there.
Yep.
But
Lorenz makes a move, a little bit wild there. That was, I think, his left hand, Jim, and he just kind of lost control as he went up. The move was good, just didn't finish the execution. Lomira against, I like Zach Wright. He's right up there. If you ever watch his eyes don't leave the guy.
Number 14 for Lomira, just a freshman. Getting a lot of time
Pretty good looking freshman, Jim. And that one goes off of Laconia for WLA ball. 4-4, Lomira staying right here with WLA. Zach Wright gets a little breather for Kuliberg, comes in for him.
Here's where Lomira really suffers. They give Johnson a break here, and now basically they got 6'2 guys guarding our 6'7 guys. So let's see if we can dump that inside.
Yeah, we should be taking advantage of this all day long. Oh, there's a push in the back.
How can you miss that with 3 refs? Extended his forearm and pushed Noah right across the lane.
And he hung on his arm there. They're just not going to call anything. Yeah. Hey, that's what I like to see out of Herkstroder.
Nice.
We missed that.
The Vikings took what Lomira gave them. They triple team Lorenzi, kicked it out, and Mason knocked down a 3-pointer.
Yeah, Mason, we've missed that from him. He can be a very good offensive player. And a little foul inside there by WLA.
Do you know what's up with Mason's hand there? You see that? He's got his right thumb wrapped.
No, I don't. I only saw Schmitz getting a little work on his knee. I didn't see that before. Hey, there's a nice scrap play by Alex Kiel.
Nice hustle play there.
Bounced out of Lorenz, and Kiel went and picked it up. We got another new player on the floor. Slavinsky gets called for an offensive foul. I mean, the guy, unfortunately, Laconia, the kid, is backing up while he hit him. Pretty tough call for.
This much I can tell you, that the guy that made that call is consistent.
Yeah.
Because we've seen him on the soccer pitch, haven't we, John?
We won't see consistently what, will we?
Exactly.
WLA,
they stay man-to-man here.
Yeah, WLA up 7-4. Kuliberg on his guy. 10's, and he strips the ball. Is on the floor, Luke Slavinsky.
Great hustle there by both kids.
I like Luke's effort to get down on the ground and get bruised up. I like it. Really playing the bench tonight, Jim. We got all our kids except for one in tonight. I hope to see him come in, get a little chance to play. Nice looking shot there, and the big man Kuliberg comes down with a rebound. Brings up the ball. Luke doing a little bit of nice defense.
See how high they are there, John, on that high side? Oh, Noah, you got to bring that ball down.
Now, Noah had the right idea. He was going to dump it off to Alex Kiel,
nice
but
shot.
The ball got blocked.
Yeah.
Lorenz takes an outside shot and puts it in. We still haven't been able to power it down inside like we should be able to, Jim.
Lomira's doing a great job. They're double, sometimes triple teaming down there, and they're doing a nice job on Noah.
Wow, that's a really tight foul on the other side. We could use this ref down on the bottom for us because he's called a lot of tight fouls. Coach Nell is up talking with the ref a little bit, saying, come on. Those are pretty tight fouls. Coney up on the top, 9-4 WLA with 5-point lead with 9:42 in the first half. Now, Jim, I don't see that big movement like we had for a while there. Notice Lomira's kind of flat-footed here.
Right. You know, they've been subbing pretty regular, and I think they got some kids in there now that are more jump shooting than they are dribble drive. Oh, that's a tough shot from way deep.
And he almost put it in. Nice rebound. He snuck that in there. Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnson snuck around. Lorenz got the rebound. Coolibert, oh, he should have seen the lane was wide open. Backside. Alex Keel.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Should have made the first one, but he was definitely hammered on the second.
Definitely a foul on the second. Laconia comes down and hits a three-point shot to tie up the game, 9-9. Any minute here, you know, we got to get organized and come up with a little bit better offense and settle things down a little bit.
It's amazing. Lomira's got, you know, basically their offense is, they're bringing it up, and the first guy past half court that's open is putting up a shot. The last two on him.
Yeah, that's been their success because when they seem to run the ball in their offense, it seems like WLA's defense catches up. But when they bring it down one pass and shoot, that's where they seem to have gotten all their points so far, Jim.
Yeah.
So we got a timeout by Marty Nell. He wants to talk it over as Lomira, hits 2 threes back-to-back to give them a 12-9 lead, 8:31. Jim, I know it's senior night, but, you know, is there always the danger that we don't come out smoking and you kind of got to play sometimes from behind? Or
Yeah, you never know. When the seniors came out, it was 4-4. So
that's true.
You know, maybe it might take these kids that normally start a little longer here to get going, but give Lomira a lot of credit. They're coming out, they're hitting their shots. They're double teaming, triple teaming the big guys. They're doing a nice job.
Yeah, I just feel that we're like, oh, that's an offensive foul, and he gets called, which he should have, because I think Lorenz was a little frustrated, Jim, and decided I'm going to put my shoulder down and just plow my way in, because he's been trying everything to try and get the ball in there. They need to be going inside, outside, inside, outside, and all they're trying to do is inside, and then that doesn't open up things. Takes a shot. Yeah. Nice looking shot.
There again, Alex not boxing out. He just went for the rebound. Got to put a body on.
And there was a possible travel, and he gets off his shot again. He's hit 3 threes in a row, Jim. It's time to play some defense on him.
You know, I told you when he came in, he's a catch and shoot. He can't dribble. You got to get out on those guys. Make them put the ball on the floor.
Well, catch and shoot is a good play. I mean, definitely he's got 3 threes in a row. Lorenz is hitting the mid-size or mid-angle jump shots, Jim, but can't get it down off the glass. Both of the big men have had chances to knock it off the glass, and we just haven't taken opportunity. There's his shooting again.
Yeah, got bailed him out there because he puts it on the floor, and that shot was not going in. It was a tough shot. So
no, that didn't even look like it came out of his hand very good. But nonetheless, he's going to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 15-11. Lomira's actually up by 4 with them chance to go up by 6. And he hits the first one. Good looking shot. And Jim, he is a sophomore. I mean, Laconia, if I say Laconia one more time tonight, Lomira is going to be a team in the future that's going to be having some good players. They're getting some good reps.
Yeah, they've been down for quite a few years, so it's good for them to see some talent, some young talent coming through.
I just wonder if WLA says, "Hey, we beat Lomira by 15 on their home court. They're nothing." You know, I think we just got to get serious here and say we're going to play these guys tough.
Yeah. No, they are. Right now they're out scrapping WLA.
Yeah.
These sets of officials are letting them play. There again on that drive by Eric Schmitz, the guy fully extended his arm, put it on his hip. That's automatic. That's, when you impede that, that's an automatic. But you got to play to what they're whistling tonight. So.
Yeah, well, you're right. There's a partial block by Alex Keel, but nobody really watching the ball to.
Once again, no box out. There you go. That's a good rebound there by Lorenz.
Schmidt's coming down. Says, whoops. Now let's take. I would have liked to see him take that shot, but they're trying to double team that. Make them work.
Kind of force that shot a little bit. Didn't take his time on that three.
Yeah, for a minute I thought they were going to call Lorenz, and they didn't, because Lomira was actually fouling Lorenz, and the call was correct. So foul on them. And there's another foul.
Yep. They're blatant, so you got to call them.
Yeah, that one's the tomahawk chop over the top. That you could not call that. So all of a sudden, Laconia has picked up a couple of quick fouls in a row.
Who?
Where's that vodka? Lomira with two quick
Caleb,
fouls.
next time he calls Lomira Laconia, you're supposed to hit John. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I've done that all night tonight.
John's thinking ahead to Saturday where the Vikings are heading to.
Maybe I'm doing the same thing WLA is, overlooking their component.
Exactly. There's a nice-looking three.
Lorenz fighting hard.
Good hustle.
Yeah,
nice hustle by Noah.
I like it. He comes around, tries to get the rebound. Now they're picking up their scrappiness, Jim. The last, couple of plays here, they're like, hey, this is enough now. We got to dig in. Here he comes, wide open. Oh!
Boy. I don't know why he hesitated there, John. He had a layup, and I'm not quite sure if he fumbled it or what, but that's got to be 2 points there.
Oh, right away, you got the advantage going up into the air. Again, a junior, but I would have liked to have seen him play that a little bit better.
Here comes dribble drive kick. Now pick for the weak side.
Now their hot shooter, Jim, is out right now. He's on the bench.
Yep, dribble drive kick.
So you notice it's back to that other offense where they're moving it around, trying to create something. If I was Coach Nell making an adjustment, I would say, okay, their shooter, next time he comes in, we got to cover him better.
Yep.
That's a nice drive right there.
Yep. Just fell asleep on defense. Let him go right down the lane.
Lomira up by 7. Little dangerous for WLA. They need to start playing.
Well, if you're Lomira, you got to be satisfied. We're taking a lot of outside shots right now. They're packing it in the lane, and they're going to make us earn it from deep. 11 points here, John. It's pretty incredible with a little over 4 minutes left.
Especially knowing how much height advantage you have, but it's just not helping us. I like what Herkstroder did there, Jim. That was a little stutter dribble. The guy came forward towards him, and he went right into him, got a foul. I like it.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to see him do is I'd like to see him attack this defense of Lomira's, almost like you would a zone. I'd probably put Schmitz up there at the free throw line and then put my other two bigs on the block, because you can't double 3 guys.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Because they're packing in the paint.
Yep.
They don't want to let us. They don't want to let us drive like that is right there.
Yep, exactly.
That's what they're trying to stop. But Schmitz comes from a different angle that time, Jim, a little bit wider.
Yep.
And takes a good angle. We've been trying to come up through the free throw line, and that time he came way off the wing. Konya goes back into this dribble drive again, looks for a shot. That's a hard shot there, Jim.
He's definitely their best player, Conrad Haney, and he's been playing since he was a freshman. Now he's a junior. Tough shot there.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer on the team. He has just about 11 points a game. Not a lot. Laconia is not a big scoring team, although tonight they are. They're up 20-13 with 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Look at the high post there, John. I think we really got to start utilizing that. And then get Herkstroder and Wright out on the wings there. That's turnover.
Herkstroder is looking like, hey, it was knocked out of my hand. But you know what? I didn't see it get knocked out of his hand. It looked like he just lost it. Jim, why don't you text Marty and let him know that he needs to send a high-low guy.
He'll figure it out.
And
that might not work either. It's just what it looks good up here.
No,
So.
we can see it. You know, here's the advantage of being up here, Jim.
Yep.
We can see what's going on.
There's no pressure up here, John.
No.
All we have to do is just have some fun and call a game. And
The biggest pressure I got is not saying Laconia.
It's a good thing that wasn't a drinking game like in the 80s, right? Every
Yeah.
time John says Laconia. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Do you remember the big MASH party we had, Jim, back in the old days? Randy Reimers? That was, I think, in your college room, if I remember right.
Well, there's not a lot I remember about that year, but
Okay.
just flashes. See, that the angle is all wrong there.
Now look at there.
Yep.
Now, if he can beat his guy.
Yep.
Oh, too
Now
late.
slide up to the elbow. Elbow's wide open right there. Did you see? Couliburton slid into the elbow, weak side wide open. That's where it's going to be. The elbows are going to be the key here.
You know, we saw the JVs drive to the hole, and then dish off. We don't do that tonight on varsity. They're just driving, and they want to just overpower them instead of let's play the other guy.
See, what do we got here? Looks like 4 low. Look at the opposite elbow right now. Every time we get the ball, the opposite elbow is wide open.
Yeah, they're really overplaying.
They have to sag down and help on our bigs.
That's a foul. Good call. And Coulibert's going to go to the line.
That's his first team 7.
Coulibert's going to go to the line for a one-on-one opportunity. Laconia fans don't like it. They thought it was a no call, but unfortunately, as he was going through, he fouled the guy. 20-13, Lomira up by 7. Let's see if Coulibert can knock it down to 6, and he does. He's going to get one more opportunity here, Jim, to knock it down to 5.
Last 2 minutes will be key, John. Lomira will either extend that lead or WLA will cut into it, and that'll play a big part in the second half.
Nice box out by their players. They're going to bring in 2 more bigs in to see if they can't make a run in the last minutes. That's an awfully tight foul, Jim.
Yeah. Yep.
They're calling 5 with a body, but, you know, he's running right along with them. You know, we see the Wisconsin Badgers playing that same defense. It's a no call, and tonight it's going to get called.
No, there's no box out. Just, you can't have that. Can't have it.
Laconia moving the ball. Now they're hesitating. 1:46 seconds left. WLA's got to make a little run here. Couple of shots. Let's go in, maybe down only by 2. Well, you got to play some defense here. Tighten up. I just don't know why we give them like 6 feet, Jim, when they got the ball. There's an offensive
how is that
foul.
not? Yeah, how is that not a charge? He knocked 2 Vikings over.
That looked like bowling.
Yeah.
Lifted arm, and he gets his call.
That's his second personal, 18.
Minute 25 left. Back in for the Vikings. Gabe Pruss for the first time getting a couple minutes.
Gabe Pruss gets to see the game. We've watched him. There's another big that's developing. Last game, boy, I was really impressed.
Mr. Fundamental, right?
Exactly. You know, hey, we're in an urgency here. This isn't like we're up by 20. We got to move and get into our play. Coulibert looking to get it down. They're playing those guards tight. Now, Lorenz looking, dribbling.
Kick. Beautiful. Base.
Now,
he
look.
was there.
There we go. Get underneath.
Keep that guy right up on the free throw line, though. That's money. There you
I
go.
like Lorenz getting
Boy,
it.
he's just an animal right now.
Boy, he's getting upset. I mean, he had a little time to sit on the bench and go, okay, this is ridiculous. We are much better than that. 4 points. Lomira up. WLA trying to cut into the lead before halftime. Lomira almost did it, Jim. Lomira willing to move the ball around to see if they can't get a good opportunity. Now the coach is saying, hey, let's hold up for the last opportunity to score. This is where I'd come up and put a little pressure on, but why let them just dribble up there?
Right. If you have a double team, a half-court double team, this is where I'd like to see it. Be a good time to try it right here. Run and jump. Boy, they're really waiting a long time. He's not even going to be able to pass it. One pass.
And he tries in a long shot. He gets it off right at the end. 2016, this is kind of an unusual start for WLA. They've won 4 straight, but if they don't play better in the second half, Jim, it's going to go down as an L. Jim, what's your thoughts on the first half?
I thought Lomira out-hustled WLA, both on the offensive glass and just overall. I thought they kind of dictated the tempo a little bit. They got some good guards that can handle the ball, and they double and triple teamed us every time we went to our big. So what I'm anxious to see is what Marty and his brain trust they're going to come up with so that WLA should dominate in the paint in the second half. So let's see what strategy he's got there.
Well, great, Jim. Hey, stay tuned for our halftime show. We got an alum from halfway across the world that's going to come to you on our halftime report. Jim and I will see you right after the halftime report. Here we are with our guest tonight for our halftime report. We're here with Jake Schroffnagel. Jake, what year did you graduate from WLA?
2013.
2013, great soccer, through the years. Tell us what you're up to now.
Just got done being in Okinawa, Japan for the last 2.5 years. Just out there, just training all over the Pacific, all over the United States.
Doing a service for your country, and we all are very thankful for that. Our new commander-in-chief, new things in the United States. We're very proud of our military again. That's fantastic. Do you feel a difference at all coming back to the States?
Yeah, definitely. Feels normal again.
Feels normal coming in? So what kind of things do you do? Jump out of airplanes, throw torpedoes out of the... Tell us what you do.
Yeah, definitely jumping out of airplanes, shooting.
Good airplanes?
Yeah, good airplanes.
No way.
Yeah. Shooting guns, blowing stuff up, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Now, when you got home, have you wrestled with any of your brothers at all to show them who's top dog?
Not yet, but I think I could take them.
Are you proud of your brother out there helping coach a little bit?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely get into it, and it's fun seeing him out there again doing that stuff.
Yeah, it's great. Jim and I were commenting at the end of the game, he's out there still coaching those kids. Brings back memories of all your playing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you played like every sport on the planet, right? Basketball, soccer, field hockey. What else did you do?
I think that was it.
That was it? That was plenty. Well, we appreciate your service, and is there anything else you'd like to say to like mom or dad or anything?
Love you, Mom.
All right, and it's Valentine's Day, so great to have you come back. Thank you so much, Jake. Take care. Oh, that was just really appreciate Jake coming in for that, flying all the way across the world for our halftime show. Absolutely fantastic to see an alum come back and talk about his experiences. It's just wonderful. And, thank goodness we have kids that are willing to go into the military and protect our country and the freedom that we have here in America. Wonderful.
We always, not that we take it for granted, but it hits home a little bit more when it is somebody a close friend, and then you realize the sacrifices that so many have made.
Right, they're fighting hard right now, with ISIS, so you never know what can happen. Anyways, here we get back to something that doesn't mean as much as what we were just talking about, Jim, but nonetheless, here we are, Jim and John show, last one of the regular season. Laconia up, or there we start already. Lomira up 20-16. I thought I whacked myself in the head enough at halftime, but apparently not. Maybe they're going to go to an old offense, Jim. We used to run that when I was in grade school.
Yep.
Like it.
Yeah, they just came out with a special set, see if they could get a hoop here, and then they'll probably get back into their dribble drive. And oh, actually, they're running. That looks a little bit like the old flex, doesn't it,
yeah.
John? Yeah.
Yeah. They switched offenses here. That's exactly what it is.
Which is okay, because their dribble drive was giving us problems. And they're set, just like they started off first half, they're, settling for some long jumpers, so.
Yep. Let's see what we can do here in the second half. Trying a little bit. Got a lot of guys standing here, Jim, but
beautiful drive.
Yeah, you got to give him credit because it wasn't there all half. And
here it is, 1-3-1.
Yep, I like this.
See if we're trapping out of this. Yep, here we go.
Got to be a little quicker.
Oh,
that's a travel.
My goodness, how do you miss that?
They get a basket on that, but certainly it was a travel.
It's good ball movement there. Excellent job. Guy at the free throw line took a couple extra steps.
And there's a foul.
It's good defense right there. Moving your feet, getting in position. Nice job.
Offensive foul against Herkstroder. Called pretty tight, but let's see if they go into that. Now they're going to try a 1-2-2. No, they're going to go 1-3-3. Problem is Lorenz got to come over here and slide his feet, try and cover that 40. I like the pressure. I'd like to see him play that the whole game.
Yep. Turn it up a little bit. So we're still in the 1-3-1, just in a half court look now.
Ugly looking shot off of there. And Keel fights for it, but loses the rebound.
Yeah.
He's going to get called for a foul. They were hooked up ever since they both came down with it.
Yep. Once again, though, John, and I hope some of these kids watch this tape, they're not putting a body on anybody. They're releasing and going to the basket. You got to box out in that situation.
A 1-3-1 is most effective when that high side guy is smothering. And that's a tight foul there.
Yeah. That was an anticipation foul, I think. Good job, though. We got a turnover out of that and turned it into possibly 3 points here.
I like what Herkstroder is doing. He's getting more aggressive than he was the first half. He has taken away what Marty is saying at halftime. Guys, we got to kick it into gear and get some offense.
I don't know what's going on with the score clock. Oh, there we go. Aaron just caught up. Okay, 22-21. There we go.
That is a nice defensive play to try and get something there.
Hey, if nothing else, John, you're starting to see the energy level go up, and, that's going to help.
I like it. So now WLA only down by 1 here. 16 minutes left in the second half. Come on up and trap. But here's the thing, Jim, and here's why that's called. I love the 1-3-1.
Yep.
But you got to have those two guys up on him tight. You can't give him a foot because he can take that first dribble right in you, and that's exactly what happened.
That's what you do as a coach. You tell them to split that double team because once you do, it's wide open. It's nice ball movement. Great block.
And a beautiful block by
block.
Alex Keel. Still a 1-point game. Let's see if WLA can do something
Vikings looking for the first lead of the night.
Did you see what happened when Schmitz drove? They all collapsed on him. They all collapsed on him, but the lane on the opposite side was wide open. I'd like, okay. Noah, a little slow getting back.
Oh, there you go.
It looked like we were playing a 2-1-2, Jim. And Noah got pushed over to the other side, and the weak side, I think it was Herkstroder, didn't come over and help. There's Lorenz taking a hard angle there, but fighting for the rebound.
Yeah, just don't have bodies down there. I mean, we've got one guy under the basket to rebound, and it's not going to cut it. One thing, I don't mind these zones if you're going to trap at them or something, but when you're just standing around.
With your hands down at your side,
look
it's
at
you can get the ball through the passing lanes, although they did create a turnover there. Attaboy, Zach. Go to the center. Schmitz ends up scrapping it out.
He's just waiting for somebody to cut. Nobody would cut to the basket.
That was Zach Wright's first opportunity to shoot tonight. He had a lot of time to think about that one. Boy, that's a dangerous play, and he gets away with it. A drive and kick, and they end up with a 3.
Yep, that was just strictly did that all on his own, created everything there.
Yep, 27-21, WLA. Still a 6-point game. We were closed down to 1. Oh, there's a beautiful play. I'd like to see 10 more of those, Jim.
What happens when you cut, John? You get a layup.
More intensity. Oh, see if he'd get his hands up and have them up faster.
Yep.
There, Schmitz has got his hands up, and they make a tough throw there.
It's the little things. Yep.
Hands straight up, you guys. And it's off of WLA. You know, I always wanted to be 6'7" because if you put your hands up, you're like 10 foot.
Yeah.
Those guards are not real big, Jim. And I'll tell you from my experience playing against bigger guys, it's hard to see lanes. But if your hands are down, I can see around anybody.
Yep, it's all about effort.
That was not.
Yeah, see, that's just that's a bad read by Noah Lorenz. You got to realize that he's a lefty, and you can't give him that.
Back to a 6-point game after picking up a nice play last time. He's determined to shoot. Herkstroder pushes it in.
Very nice. That's as aggressive as I've seen Mason in a long time.
Yeah, kudos to Mason, especially here in the beginning of the second half. I'll tell you what, he's been really aggressive and successful on offense. I think he's got 6 points already, Jim, in the second half. This could be his 7th right now. And
nice,
it is.
Nice start for Mason here.
Well,
what do we got
WLA
now?
cuts
Full
it to
court
3.
man?
Well, now get up on him, Alex.
Let's see.
What, are you afraid of him?
Yeah, that guy's not going to dribble. You don't have to worry about that.
Where's the double, Jim?
Yep, that's what I'm looking. If we're running and jumping or just straight
And there's a travel.
Yep.
Yeah, Jim, the man-to-man full court, the whole idea there is to sneak in that trap. And I didn't see it that time.
Let's give Coach Nell some credit here. We've seen at least 3 different defenses here in the first 5 minutes of the second half. So he's looking for something.
Schmitz determined. Oh. The idea was good. It just Alex was not ready for the ball.
Yep. Yeah, Eric's got that look in his eye. He's like he wants to take this game over, and he's capable of it.
Almost a steal by Zach Wright. Gets a shot off at the top. That's a tough shot.
Yeah,
he was off balance.
You give him that all day long, you know.
Yeah, Lorenz, they're subbing out him a minute to give him a chance to sit down and think about things. He's just on offense. He's really trying to force because they're like, we're down, we're better than they are, and we just got to take over. And you know, you still have to play good ball.
It's one of the hardest things for anyone, let alone nice cut. Oh, you got to finish that. Let alone a 17-year-old kid is you want to get it all back at once, and it's got to be a possession by possession, wear them down. So you got to learn patience a little bit too at this age.
Yep. Coolibird had an awesome opportunity to take it down in and just the ball just didn't want to play ball. Good rebound. Got numbers.
Let's see if we can get somebody open here on the block.
And got to give Lomira.
Cut. Weak side right now.
Got to give Lomira credit. They shut it down. There's another drive to the hole. Mason is on fire right now, Jim.
You remember the last couple of games we did, John? I remember specifically you and I talking that Mason wasn't scoring a lot, but he was doing a lot of the other things. And we said, hey, the kid can score. It's coming, and here it is. What a great time. Alex with a big rebound.
Oh, Schmitz really fought for that.
1 point ball game.
29-28 with 11:22 to go in the second half. WLA saying, you are not going to stop our 4-game winning streak. There's a nice Mason with a defensive hit. It's amazing what happens when you get your hands up.
Yeah. Well, you know, you get some confidence on one end of the floor and it carries to the other, and that's a lot of high school basketball right there. That's the oldest play in the book. You know,
And
you
a
got to
turnover.
guard
And a foul.
Yep, got to guard that inbounder.
Confucius say, he who hands up deflects ball.
Let's see if we get a little bit of a change here from Lomira. Looks like they're going to stay man-to-man. Looks like they're putting Conrad Haney on Herkstroder.
Yeah, Herkstroder's been hot. Now somebody else has got to step up like Schmitz right now. Take him. And there
Beautiful.
he is.
Kids, just the body control that Eric Schmitz is displaying this year is incredible. You know, last year that would have been a turnover. He probably would have forced it up, but what a great job there.
Yeah, we got 2 guards, you know, that really can slash with Herkstroder and Schmitz. And this is great because they're both doing it tonight, and that's what I've been waiting for all year.
Yep.
Is for both of them to do that. Alex Keel got his hand on. They're going to go with a little bit different mix here. They're going to bring in Gabe, and they're going to bring in Lorenz. And they're going to go with the triple trees, Jim.
They're going big right here, really big.
Going triple trees.
Call this lineup Zach and the Giants, huh?
Yeah, we saw this last game, and interesting what they're going to do here. Konya is going to try and set up something here. They're probing.
If I'm Lomira right now, I run that dribble drive because they got too many big guys. They can't cover the guards. Yep, somebody's got to be open.
Shot, in and out.
That should
Tough
be
hit.
Oh, nice hustle there. Great hustle by number 40, Johnson.
What did he must have stepped obviously out on the line.
Yeah, he
or
stepped
did
on
they
the
call
end line.
timeout in the air
got
and
it, huh?
stays with
Okay,
Laconia?
good. It's a heads-up play right there.
Their first timeout of the evening. They have 4 timeouts remaining.
Timeout Laconia with yeah. Timeout Lomira. If I say that in the flyweight conference one more time, it's on my mind. 1 point game, 30-29, 9 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second half. WLA looking to pull out their 5th straight victory. You know, Jim, they've only lost 3 in the flyweight, and all 3 of those have been in either overtime, last-second shots, or regular shots. They could be the champs right now in the flyweight, but they don't look like champs right at the moment. They look like they're struggling.
Yeah, this is a really good young Lomira team here, and this is going to be a good test for WLA to, you know, see if they can overcome that tonight.
Alex Keel is a little bit hesitant to guard his guy. He just wants to stay off too far. And when they put him on an outside shooter, it leaves way too much room.
Yep. What 22 is doing for Lomira, because Alex is so far off of him, is he's driving and making the good passes. So I know Alex is probably trying to help off that, but he really should defend that.
I just got hit.
And there's the guy. There's the one guy you can't leave open, and they left him wide open.
Well, Gabe had him, and what happened is he got tripped up in the center, ended up falling to the ground, and then he was wide open. Now they got 3 big guys. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. They should post up all 3, Jim.
Yep, they can't double everybody.
Look at them. There's 5 guys in the paint. 5 guys in the paint, Jim. And he shoots. And a heck of a box out. Very physical box out by Schmitz. Good sportsmanship, says, hey, I'm sorry I got a little rough there, but it's a no call by the ref. And WLA's ball. 2-point game yet. WLA down by 2, 30 to 32. Wow, I should have stopped at backyard before I came, Jim.
Just not quite sure what kind of offense we're running here. I see 3 guys low. They're bringing Schmitz up to the free throw line. Our spacing has just got to get better. There you go. That was a good look. That cross-court pass has got to be there. Yep, that's a good look.
You know, I'd probably get Mason back in. That's a young player out there trying to make a defensive play and hits them on a three-pointer. And their best player is going to go to the line and shoot 3.
Yep. You know, once again, Lomira has 4 guys out there that can handle the ball right now. And we have such big guys. You know, their guards are hurting us because we can't match up defensively.
Nothing against Zach Wright, but right now Mason was the hot guy. I would have brought him in, let him play point guard, let him drive to the hole. You got 3 guys that are 6'5" or above to dish off to him. I'm not quite sure what the thinking is. Lomira hits and goes up by 3. 3 shots of opportunity.
Once again, Lomira beats us to a rebound. They're just out hustling WLA, period.
It just, I, as one of my nephews said, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's exactly how I feel tonight when it comes to that. Just fundamental play.
They need about a good 4 or 5 minute stretch here. You know, get some confidence on the offensive end, get a few turnovers.
Schmidt
it's a
sees
good start
the opening.
Right there.
Yep.
It's a great start.
He sees the opening and takes it, Jim. This could give WLA the tie right here. Maybe a little momentum and a little bit of start here. Here comes Mason back in for Gabe.
Let's. I think Eric's kind of saved us, John, so far tonight. I don't know how many points he's got, but it's been just a beast getting to the basket.
Yeah, it's been between Schmitz and Herkstroder, they've been carrying the team, especially the second half.
That's a good sign. They got 5, 6 different kids that can score, and you're going to need that if you want to go anywhere in the tournament. So that's a good sign for the Vikings.
Absolutely. Konya back to their dribble drive. You know, some of these guys don't even look to shoot. They're dribbling.
Yep.
It's like you only have to grab one guy. Oh, there's a foul over the back. They let that go.
A little bit of a forced shot that time. So.
Yep. WLA with a first tie, Jim, since, man.
4-4 maybe,
4-4. They finally are getting back into this game. 33-33. First time they can take a lead since it was 2-0.
Kick it. Look, weak side. There it is.
There it is.
Get your feet ready. Yep.
Little luck there. Dribbles it off his feet, but goes right back to Alex Keel. They're looking to try and get it inside, and he does, and he's fouled. Oh, no, he's calling a kick or a foul, Jim?
Kick ball, I think.
Okay.
Now here, on these inbound situations under our basket, with the size advantage we have, this should be a good shot right here.
Alley-oop, Jimmy.
Yep. Just throw it right up. Oh boy, that's a tough shot. Tough pass that far. We're lucky that was off at WLA.
Yeah, I didn't like any part of that.
Nope.
From the throw-in to Alex Keel's got to get tough and say, I'm going to get this pass no matter what, not just whatever happens. Goodness. There he takes it to the hole, gets fouled. Good drive to the hole. Jimmy was coming down. I would have liked to seen him get a little bit better angle at the backboard.
Right. He wasn't going to make that one. That was a tough angle there.
It was like he was shooting a floater instead of, back against the backboard. And that's our first lead since Jim, I think it was 2-0.
Maybe 2-0. I think Thiesfeld had an early bucket, didn't
Yeah,
he?
I mean, that's the first lead of the night for WLA. But they're doing it, driving it to the hole, and Lomira's picking up fouls. WLA is going to be in bonus here next foul. They're going to be at the line. And you got to hope that Zach Wright gets to the line because he is a good free throw shooter. Doubles, high side pick.
Good rotation right there.
And he ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
He ran out of real estate.
That was WLA's best rotation of the second half on their man-to-man. Very nice.
That was good.
Everybody sunk to the level of the ball, got baseline, and
let's see if
did a
WLA
nice job.
continues with their driving offense is what they're trying to do. Schmitz is looking. He is looking. And he gets fouled,
shot.
Jim.
Tough shot there.
Lorenz is going to take it to the hole, and he gets fouled.
Oh, almost three-point play.
They're just, Lomira is either not setting their feet or not quite quick enough. They're trying to get to the spot. I think if they could get to it just an eighth of a second faster, they might get a call. But WLA in the bonus now for the rest of the game. Lorenz hits the first to give a 3-point lead to WLA.
You know, all the strategy that goes into this, you know, what it's come down to is WLA's been the aggressor here in the last, like I said, 4 or 5 minutes, and suddenly they have the lead. So they're taking it to Lomira. It's a good game here. I'm sure there's going to be back and forth here yet in the second half. So
yeah,
let's see if we're going straight man here a little bit.
34, their shooters coming back in. You know, the advantage at WLA is they have a good bench, but, you know, they aren't playing too many guys off the bench, Jim. So I wouldn't necessarily say having a big bench is definitely an advantage, but.
Yeah, normal 8 guys, it looks like, that range. Just keep an eye on 34.
Yep, don't let him.
Make him put the ball on the floor.
Exactly.
Don't let him catch and shoot.
Doing a good job keeping him
right
out
there, catch and shoot. Oh, they got lucky.
Yep.
You can't help off on that guy.
I'd like to see Mason take it right now, and that's what he did. And he got bumped.
Good kick.
Schmitz with an ugly looking off the side there.
Looked like his.
And he's tipped. Come on, Alex.
Hey. Well, I would have liked to have seen Alex go for that loose ball there.
Yeah.
But Schmitz hustles back and gets a rebound. Big possession here. Chance to pump that lead up a little bit.
Alex is just not quite on his game I want to see that back on instant replay, Jim, whether he drug that foot or not. I guess it doesn't matter because that's the call and it's a turnover. But
play defense. Here we go.
It's next play. 3-point game, 36-33 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left. WLA. Oh, Zach Wright just picks his pocket and swings. Oh, if he could have made a better pass.
Good. What a recovery by Eric.
And Eric Schmitz is just, between him and Mason, have really helped carry the team tonight, and they've needed it.
Yep. That last play right there was the 2 seniors.
Yeah.
Zach with the pick and the lob to Eric, and
he got
finished.
so excited he did it that he didn't really make the world's best pass. It's like, hey, hot potato. Good inbound play, but we played it well. And Herkstroder now 2-on-2. Nope. He's going to get the pass to Schmitz.
A little sloppy with the ball right now.
That's his spot. Doesn't hit it.
Zach's going to gave him a hip there.
Tough call. I don't know why I'm a little rough Jim, on the refs tonight.
Both teams even now, John. Everybody's shooting the rest of the way. Vikings have extended it to a 5-point lead.
Back in for the Lions, 22, Pittsburgh Lusky.
This is one of them they call grinders, John. Is this a grinder game?
This is a grinder, but this is a grinder game that if you want to take your program to the next step, we got to take this one. You got to win the ones that you're supposed to win and try and sneak out the ones that you're not supposed to win. I mean, it really comes down to that.
Oh,
And Alex Keel did a nice job. He stepped in and took that lane away. Schmitz had him, but then he stepped in and took that lane. I got to give him credit because he's been a little off of his game tonight. Nice.
Yep, that was great defense right
maybe
there.
I got to criticize him
Really.
a little bit more because he
Really
just
good
all of a
defense.
sudden
Straight up, hands up. Don't turn it over here, boys.
Oh, that's a tough foul.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
That was good defense. Kid was moving his feet.
That's a tough call. And Kulibert's going to go to the line and get a shot here one-on-one. Timeout Lomira wants to get organized. I see Marty Nell down there talking with Schraffi saying, hey, let's close out this game here. Special guest tonight, Caleb King, all the way from the wild world of Minnesota. Caleb, how is it going up there?
It's getting warmer. It's getting a lot warmer, which is awesome. Spring's in the air, and that makes us not want to do our homework, but we got to keep cranking, got to keep plugging away.
I've heard since you've left, it wants to snow like 12 or 20. What did you say, 24 inches?
It's going to be almost 2 feet of snow by 10 a.m. on Saturday, so I'm glad I'm here and not there.
So do you have like a snow blower in your room?
It would be really useful if we did, that's for sure, but unfortunately not.
John, you know he's on the snow removal crew up there.
I was wondering.
Yeah, he is.
I thought maybe he had a snow blower in his room, but
He's smart like his mother. He gets to sit inside the cab of a tractor, right, Caleb? Or nice and warm. Yeah.
So it's wonderful to have Caleb King in here, sitting up here, surprised his mom and dad. What a great kid. Love it. My favorite goalie all time. I'll never let you live that down, will I? WLA 38-33, 4 minutes left. Jim, 5 minutes, or up by 5. Can WLA finish this out? They've gotten a lot of practice this year at close games trying to finish stuff out.
Yeah, I remember the Kiel game, the 2 Amro games.
Springs
game, yeah, you bet.
Springs the other night, triple overtime against Laconia.
Yes.
Laconia ended up winning.
And that was the clincher. I think that clinched conference for the Spartans, I believe.
Kulibert hits the first one to give them a 6-point lead and hits the second one.
Big free throws. Those are clutch.
Yep. This time of the game, I always say game is won and lost at the free throw line. Mason playing some good defense coming down the stretch here.
Vikings by 7.
Just keep that center plugged up.
That was so silly by Mason. He was chasing on that and he shoved them from the back. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah, now Laconia gets chance without the clock running to put up a couple of shots or an opportunity one-on-one at the free throw line.
So, John, what's all those years of coaching, you know that when you're up like this, you do not want to stop the clock and allow them to score. No box out there. Wow.
Boy, Jim, we've seen that all night tonight.
Yep.
Especially on free throws. They just need to work on that a little. Double team. He put the ball on the floor.
Wow.
And he scrapped out
what a great
score.
shot. Great hustle there.
Yeah, excellent by their top scorer puts it away.
Yep.
Conrad did a nice job there. I was hoping he'd put the ball back and dribble Jim because that would have been double dribble. Of course.
Well, Lomira was reeling a little bit there, and I think Coach went to his leader, Conrad, and he came through with a basket. It's a good call there by Coach Witkowski.
WLA is going to try and take some time off the clock here, Jim. It looks like a little bit of a spread offense. And this might work very effectively against them because they have been trying to, plug up the paint. This spreading them out may be good. Schmitz could get the ball. What do you tell them as when you were coaching, when you go to this spread offense?
Well, it's a little early, 4 minutes or, 3 minutes and change. Now it's down to 3:03. But I don't think he's looking to stall here. I think he's looking for a matchup. And I think when he gets that matchup, that kid's going to take his kid to the hole, whether it be Zach, Mason, Eric. You got guys that can take their guys to the basket. I think he's looking for a matchup right now, maybe.
Yeah, it's interesting. I come at it from, okay, we're going to spread this ball around and don't shoot unless you got an easy layup. And if it's not an easy layup, you're coming to the bench and sitting next to me, and we're going to have a talk about what a layup is, because that's how I would be playing this last 3 minutes. But it's a 5-point game. You want an easy score. You don't want to turn the ball over.
Right.
You want to take care of it.
The key there, John, is you don't want your kids to stop being aggressive, because once that happens, getting it back can be tough. So they still got to be looking for that, that maybe that little 2 power dribbles and, take your man to the hoop. So let's see what he's got going here.
Yeah, I still think you got to drag Laconia out of that paint, because they've been stacking it in, and that's what I would be looking for. There's Lorenz right up at the top. Let's see what they do. He's going to go right to the hole right away. Schmidt's looking like he's going to shoot, but is he going to drive?
Kick, weak side, wide open.
Drive and dish.
Good.
Good
Excellent.
patience here. I don't mind this at all. He's saying, okay, let's spread them out. This is kind of what I was thinking I would have done. So Marty's take care of the ball. They're going to try and take care of the ball, move it around, hold on to it. Look for that easy play, and that's what they do, Jim.
See, there was that like we talked about, that was the matchup we wanted. When it's one-on-one, they couldn't help on that because they were too spread out, and you're not going to stop Lorenz one-on-one.
Yeah, they took well over 30 seconds off the clock on that play, and they already took a bunch of time off. Oh, look at that hustle.
Great hustle there.
Boy, he hit the ball 2 or 3 times. He almost got it. Zach's got a smile on his face. He goes, I wanted that one. Nice spin move to the hole. He throws it up. A little wild at the end, but
good move. But
I love the move.
Yep, 2 minutes left, 7-point lead for the Vikings.
Mason bringing up the ball, very patient, saying,
let's see if they can get I don't like these picks, because every time we pick, they're going to double on it.
I don't know what Zach is trying to do with the fancy between the legs when the player is that close.
Not at that point. That's not where you need that.
And he ends up turning the ball over. Zach, I know you're a way smarter player than that. Just play it straight up and stay in possession of the ball. Now watch the center here. They're going to try and drive it. There's your shooter, Jim.
Yep. I like what Lomira's doing now. They're completely spreading it out and letting Conrad take his man down the lane with 4 guys to kick the ball to. I wouldn't mind seeing WLA do a little of that, just to spread out Lomira, because they're going to start double teaming. So you want to keep your spacing here. That's going to be a key.
Yep.
Come to the ball.
There's Schmitz does a nice job coming to the ball. They're going to try and double team or foul him. And he gets the ball away, and there's Lorenz to finish it up.
Excellent.
They punished Lomira on that, just like you want. 9-point game here.
44-35, yeah.
Minute 18 left to go. That's exactly what you wanted to see happen.
A couple of big buckets there by Noah.
Yeah, Noah was really quiet the whole second half, but all of a sudden puts 2 big baskets in to help WLA. And it's like what you said, Jim. You were right on. They were waiting for the matchup, and that's what happened.
Yeah, anytime you can spread them out, John, where they can't double, boy, you're not going to stop Noah. The only way is if he happens to miss. You're not going to stop him. He's too big, too strong for, especially Lomira. Give him credit. As short as they are, they're doing a wonderful job here.
I hear Coach Schwartz saying, now box out.
Yep.
They have not done a very good job of that on the free throw line tonight.
Okay, full court. WLA is not out of the woods yet. They got to make some free throws here and seal this baby.
Schmitz,
hurry,
senior that
hurry.
He is.
Take a timeout. Okay, all right. See, now they're doubling. Keep your spacing.
And that's what they're doing.
Keep your spacing. Get it into the big guy and go weak side. You'll have a layup.
And there's
nice
a
job.
foul.
All right.
52 seconds left. Lomira says, we're going to foul.
24 minute in this third, team's 9. To the line, Mason Hertzstroger.
Mason to the line. He's He's been kind of about a 60% shooter, mainly through the year. Tonight he's hit a couple.
Beautiful, beautiful stroke right there. This is probably about as balanced a scoring as we've seen in a while, John.
Yeah. We've put up a good amount of points considering we didn't put many up the first half.
Right. I think all 5 of the kids out on the floor right now, have contributed quite a bit. Yep.
Excellent hustle, though,
Good
Jim.
hustle by the big guy. 8-point lead, 51 seconds. Here's what you got to do now. If you're really, thinking about down the road and how you want to succeed in these situations, is it's got to be a full denial to number 10. He can't touch the ball. You got to make one of the young kids beat you. There you go. And what happens? Yep.
Hey, you know what is interesting there, Jim?
A sophomore just turned it over. Yep.
Most teams defensively would have went back and just played. And what did we do? We're up there pressing the ball, and we created the turnover.
Just getting in their way a little bit.
Yeah, very interesting. And I got to give Coach credit. We get control of the ball, and we call a quick timeout to try and get ourselves organized for this last 46 seconds. Hey, who's going to go to the free throw line, right? When you're coaching, Jim, you're thinking about who do you want to have.
Right, they have to know at this point what coach wants them to run. The majority of the game, Coach Nell gives them the freedom to do what they want within an offensive concept, but right now it can't be willy-nilly. It's got to be something that all 5 guys know what's going on. I'm sure he's telling them, hey, we got a timeout if you get in trouble. All those little things.
Yep. Now you watch for your seniors to step up because they've had the most experience. Right now, you got Zach and you got Schmitz. Who do you want to have the ball? Well, this is interesting. You would think Lomira would want to be fouling.
Yep, they're running a 1-2-2, and there comes a trap. Once again, a little too much dribbling for my liking there.
Yeah,
I'd like to have seen that.
I know they wanted Zach to have the ball and go to the line, but Zach isn't warm right now shooting-wise. I think we've seen him take one shot all night. Now he's going to the line. I would have had Mason or I don't know. We'll see if he can hit them both.
Well, bottom line is right now, all you want is the clock to run out, so you want to take as much time off as you can every possession here. So,
in fact, I'd asked the scorekeeper to say, run the clock while we're shooting free throws if I could get away with it. But regardless, Zach was, cold shooting here, and he comes to the line and hits the first one. Let's see if he can hit the second one, then I have to eat my words. And I do.
Yep, he's clutch.
So, good job, Zach.
I'm anxious to see the free throw percentage, John. I think the Vikings have done a really nice job from the line tonight.
Yeah, I think this has been one of their best free throw shooting nights all year. That's a tough shot there for a 3 rainbow to pull them within 7. We had a 10-point lead there with 26 seconds left.
You see, this is specialty basketball here, John, in the last minute. Everything you've been telling your kids all game long about helping off your man, you can't do that here. If you got a 10-point lead like they had, and the other guy's dribbling toward the basket, you let him go one-on-one, straight up, hands up, box out. Our guy came and helped off of him in the corner and allowed a pass out there. So, this is where you have to be sharp, and you have to tell the kids, listen, we're going to do something a little different here. We're either going to switch everything or, whatever the situation demands. So,
yeah, you don't want to get them too hyped up that they make dumb mistakes. But I'll tell you what, they have certainly had enough practice this year in close games. We've had, 3 overtimes. I mean, it's been a lot of close games for WLA. And they have not always been on the winning side of what's going on.
No, they've dropped a lot of those. That's a tough
foul
spot to get the ball inbounds right down on the baseline. Lomira did a nice job trapping it.
Yeah, and having your smallest guy trapped in the corner, that's certainly not what you want.
Let's see if we can get that ball a little higher here. Look
Alex.
Down the floor, Alex.
Oh, that was
turn his body.
That was a lucky.
Hang on.
Lucky deal there.
Excellent job. Good. So if Alex Keel's watching this, when you got that ball down in the corner, you must turn and pivot, see the whole floor. Nice job, though.
I like what they did with getting the ball to a big guy like Alex. He got his hands way up, made a pass that, got there, but it was like touch and go. Mason has been hot tonight, Jim. Really happy for him. He's really done a nice job.
Yeah, once again, I think the free throws are going to be the key to this victory.
And there it is. He hits them
both. And remember, we talked about it at what mark was that? About the 8-9 minute mark, how Lomira WLA needed to be the aggressor, and they did.
They did, Jim. It's been consistent over the last 8 minutes. They have put the foot on the pedal very aggressively on offense.
Let them go here. Excellent. Clock continues to run.
Yep.
I think they're just going to let her run here. Yep. All right. Nice win for the Vikings over a tough and upcoming Lomira Lion team.
Yeah, Lomira they threw everything they had at WLA. In fact, they were up at halftime, and for the most of the second half at the beginning, they were up. But like you said, at that 8-minute mark, all of a sudden the light went on, and we're like, hey, we got to take this one home. And they do. 49-42, WLA pulls out a victory. Jim, your final thoughts for tonight? Playoff time.
Really impressed with Lomira tonight. Watch them in the next couple years. Great win for WLA. Free throws were there. They down the stretch, they made all the plays. Hey, John, March Madness is almost here. It starts next Tuesday in this gym.
I know, and we're going to be there, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to be there. We're playing against Random Lake, correct?
Yes, the Random Lake Rams.
Against Tuesday, they go on the road to play Laconia at what I call the pit.
Yep.
So we'll see how they do over there, and then it's playoff time.
John, I thought they played Laconia tonight. Just kidding, bud.
Yeah, they definitely were, if you were listening. Hey, from Jim and John, good night, and we'll see you next week. Here we are with Mason Herkstroder, just coming off a great victory against Lomira. High score. Did you know you had 14 points?
Yep.
How'd you know that?
I heard Pastor Licky announce the end of the game.
Oh, you heard all the scorers. Yeah, you really poured it on in the second half. That's why we're giving you player of the game. I think first half, you had one bucket.
Yeah, whole team struggled first half.
Yeah, I mean, it was ugly, but then you turned it around, and I've been telling you all year, take it to the hole, and that's exactly what you did. Tell us what was going through your mind.
It was just one of those nights where I felt like I could really get to the rack, and shots were falling too, and I got to get to the free throw line also, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, and you finished at the free throw line. Your shooting percentage at the free throw, what'd you do? Miss one that was in and then bounce back out?
Thought that was in right away, but...
And then Lorenz wrestled and put his foot on the line, or you would have had that. When the first half, it looked like the lane was all clogged up. What did you do to adjust?
We really moved the ball around, had good ball movement, so throwing up shot fakes too also brought them out to us, and we were able to get to the lane through that.
Last regular season home game, did you give all the seniors a big hug?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'll go back in the locker room and do that.
But you will.
Yep.
Thank you, Mason. Appreciate it,
you.
and good luck in the playoffs and against last game against Laconia.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Here we are with Eric Schmitz, our second duel of our guard slashers tonight. That was the key to the game. You and Mason driving to the hole. Laconia was stacking it in. I don't know how you found your way through the paint. What was going on?
Yeah, I think it was just something that the coaches were trying to get us to see more, to sort of hold it back for a second, sort of read what the defense was giving you, and then attack. And I think everybody contributed to that with about the spacing we had. So that was the game plan that we had in the second half, and that's what we executed.
In the first half, I noticed you were trying to drive from the elbow or the point. The second half, I noticed you went wider towards the wings, so you had a different angle. Was that on purpose, or did that just work out that way?
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose. That was something that we sort of made at halftime, some of the adjustments we were talking about was sort of trying to attack from almost kind of our 2 spot is what we call it in the corner over there, instead of where like I would normally do it, which is up by the 4, kind of opposite the point guard. So yeah, that was something that we tried to look for, and it paid off in the end.
Yeah, it was very successful. The other thing that I liked tonight is you didn't struggle finishing tonight, did you? I don't think you missed. If you did, it was because somebody fouled you, but I don't think you. What was the difference tonight over, 2 weeks ago when you couldn't hit anything?
Yeah, I think it's just something that we've been really stressing in practice a lot. Especially this past week, we've been really emphasizing finishing drills over and over again. So I think that was the reason why tonight, overall as a team, I thought we finished really well.
It's tough. This was your last home game, regular season game as a senior. You and I talked about this before the game. It's tough. I remember my last games. What was going through your mind when you were playing tonight?
I think especially when the ball is sort of tipped, just sort of take it in right away. Tonight we started all 5 of our seniors, and that was a big thing for me. Those are guys who I've been playing basketball with ever since I was joining them in 8th grade junior Viking. So that was something really special for me, and I know it was special for the other guys too. And it was something that we actually talked about in our pregame huddle. I was saying to a lot of the seniors, kind of give it your all tonight, make some memories. And I also was talking to the juniors too, and I said do this one for us, really play hard for us this year, so then next year the juniors will do the same for you, and hopefully we can always continue that tradition here at WLA.
Yep, and now it's playoff time. Now you hope to keep going, Eric, right?
Yep.
Congratulations on a tough Lomira team tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll see you. Good luck at Laconia, and then we'll see you next week at the Random Lake game.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get all the updates. And we'll see you next week.